I absolutely loved iNinja back in the day. What's not to like? Chaotic action that never lets up. An adventure filled with characters unlike anything else. And a sassy ninja who spits out one-liners like throwing stars.
The blade is cold, yes!
I always wondered what it'd feel like to play this game and other retro classics with achievements. Well, we don't have to worry anymore. Thanks to retro achievements, that dream is finally a reality. We got 38 achievements to collect, so sit back and relax as I go for every single one. All backed by a custom soundtrack made by me. Our game immediately begins with our protagonist getting into the action. He's on a mission to save his sensei. Everything is going exactly to plan. I mean, look, this guy is badass. He easily makes short work of... I don't even know how to describe this. Whatever it is, he kills it and is presented with the unique gem, referred to as a Rage Stone.
No! Stay back! Da! Da! Hi! Wah, wah, wah! Ah! No!
Due to him not being able to control himself, he just straight up murks Sensei, who's more disappointed in his pupil's actions than upset. He's like, yeah, you did kill me, but you should really get a move on and grab the rest of those Rage Stones. I need more of those to stop the upcoming evil forces I'll be facing. With that, we take the first steps on our journey by heading out to Robot Beach.
He's dead and still. All he can think about is my training.
As stated before, we begin our expedition on Robot Beach. I just gotta say, the scenery is drop dead gorgeous to me, especially that sunset on the horizon. It feels good to be home, you know? Side note, this game actually has a few bangers under its belt. My favorite tracks being the Robot Beach Hub theme and the Bombay Hub theme. The ultimate goal we're looking to achieve here is finding and returning this mech's scattered eyes and heart. I need to do that to operate it properly and take on Kaiza for all the marbles. The following levels do such a great job of getting you comfortable with all the mechanics you'll need. You get the whole moveset enchilada from the beginning. Sword combos, wall running, chain jumping, a hover move, and much more. It's really cool to me that you get all these from the start, as the abilities you would end up unlocking feel incidental and just add on to what already is a strong core. This is all demonstrated through two specific factors as you play through these levels: speed and verticality. You're usually focusing on one or the other at any given spot on a map. Run up this half pipe, or use your sword over this fan to hover to the top of this room. You know what? You've been such a good ninja. Here's an amusement park with chain connections where you can run and swing around in. Go nuts, kid. In this game, mastery is key, as completing levels grants you a tangible reward in the form of a grade. It's the main collectible tied to progression. This is further shown to me when I unlock belts of different colors, increasing my health in the process. I'll also constantly update my sword collection, which makes my overall attack stronger. Most if not all of these are tied to the achievements I'll be unlocking. Besides being tutorial levels, there's an underlying gimmick for each location. The robot parts we need to find are really big, and what's the word I'm looking for here? It's
spherical! Spherical!
Yeah, thanks Josh. That's the word I'm looking for. So along with doing the cool ninja things like slicing through people and demonstrating your agile prowess, at a certain point, you'll have to get your super monkey ball on to progress through these levels. These early ones are pretty fun. They fuse the observation I had about both speed and verticality. I'm a force to be reckoned with while using this thing. I did get some curveballs thrown at me in the form of having to stop and balance myself on moving platforms though. Completing my very first level got me the achievement, The Path of the Ninja Begins. The core of this game relies on you returning to these same levels at different points of your playthrough, usually for a different purpose. This is only allowed if you've upgraded your belts to the appropriate tier. The actual objectives you perform on these replays feel more secondary than anything. Get to the end before time runs out, or gather all the red coins before you conclude. The actual objectives you perform on these replays feel more secondary than anything. I bounced between these opening levels until I was able to upgrade both my belt to yellow and my sword to gold, getting 2 achievements in the process. A good chunk of achievements come solely from mastering each stage by getting all the grades whenever you finally unlock all of them. All that's left now is to take on Kaiza himself. We're treated to a pretty funny cutscene of Ninja getting into position. After that, we're then thrust into the fight with our adversary, and holy, is it quite the fight. You have punches with the combo you can mix in for your standard offense, and a weave mechanic for defense. You also have a special move you can unleash from time to time for extra damage. All-time great professional boxer Mike Tyson once had a quote, "Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth." That's 100% the case here. This goes from being a manageable fight to me just aimlessly striking and weaving. Look at this, I'm practically windmilling my way to victory. It doesn't help that the HUD malfunctions, leaving me to guess what strikes Kaiza will throw completely. I honestly don't know how to dodge his headbutt either. I just weave like a madman to the point where it looks like I'm trying to get my boogie on. Eventually, I got the better of Kaiza. Taking him out got me his Rage Stone, a grade with an achievement, and access to the next hub of my adventure, Bombay. The track for Bombay might just be the best in the whole game, at least in my opinion. I have so many options for levels now, I don't even know where to begin. Ooh, I know. After I cut up some fish for a snack, I decided to start tackling the levels on offer here. Some are a bit more basic than the others. You have missions like shoot the ships or chase the fuse, which are high intensity and have you performing a single task all the way through to completion. I mean, the titles kinda give it away. The former has you defending a base with a turret, and the other one has you chasing a lit fuse you need to put out before it demolishes your grade. Oh, you're such a little bitch. Grade in a Cage and Rocket Factory are the main course meals with full areas to explore, along with getting new tools and enemies to face off with as you make your way through them. Grade in a Cage has me rolling a keg filled with some explosive powder through a course to destroy a facility. For a place that produces a lot of explosives, there's tons of hazardous materials just lying about. I do like all these wacky track designs, especially in the end. It almost has a mini roller coaster feel to it. Rocket Factory is pretty big and expansive, maybe a little too much for its own good. It's filled with a bunch of combat encounters. One of those encounters would be the introduction of Ranks Captains. These flashy 1v1 showcases really feel like something out of a movie, especially with the cutscenes you get after you conquer one. I like the way this level ends. It's pretty extreme, with me riding a manufactured rocket to a grade in the final scene. Grinding through each of these places got me improved swag, swords galore, a new belt to stun on everyone with, but most importantly, the achievements I've been seeking. It's worth noting that a good chunk of the achievements to earn come solely from getting all the available grades in each stage. With me finally having my green belt, I was able to head back to Robot Beach and fully complete the levels there to earn Short-Sighted, Eyesore, and Heartburn. Along with this hub world having brand new challenges in its old levels, there's brand new things for us to experience here. This offering came to us from a guardian named Yang, whom we met earlier when we defeated Kaiza. These are as straightforward as can be with how they're structured. There's usually a specific way it wants you to approach the course. Wrapping up the ones here in Robot Beach got me all the grades within this hub, unlocking Guardian of Robot Beach. I returned to Bombay and knocked out the remaining challenges by finding all the red coins, hunting enemies that had a green light on them, and beating Sensei's clock with both hands.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
I returned to shoot the ships. This high score challenge is the true ninja test here. It's about 90% relaxation. The crazy thing is, you have to create that urgency by allowing the ships to come really close to shoot missiles that they fire at you. This stacks a multiplier that becomes a necessity to pass. I can't lie, I had to look this info up, as I learned really quickly that the more efficient you are in destroying things, the more likely it is that you're not able to hit your goal. Mastering each of these 4 locations got all the available grades on offer, while also netting me a buttload of achievements. More completion breeds more rewards. During my stint here, I overhauled my arsenal. This came to me in the form of a blue belt, becoming the master's man, and also a new sword, one that's of the fire variety. With all of that out the way, I made my way to Ventus to see what he's about. Oh, I see you want this fade in your environment? Well, I can't say I blame you. Download the training program. Sure, why not?
Hello, how are you? I am under the water. Please help me. Here too much raining.
Who are you? And why are you working for Ventus? The boss fight itself is pretty relaxing. By that, I mean you constantly have to move around to avoid his bombs, and also oddly wrestle with your ship's reticle to get a target on it. This is one of those weird targeting systems that's fixed, so you'll be fighting that just as much as you want to fight Ventus. This didn't stop me from upgrading my torpedoes to power shots that just home in on my dog, winning the battle in the process. Wrapping up the main levels here, along with getting the achievement Call Me Ishmael. Just like with Yang, the Guardian Aria we saved has some more bonus levels for us to experience. She's also pretty hungry for Ninja's flesh swords, so there's that.
Fabulous! Now we hug.
No, now I leave. Goodbye, fish girl.
The challenges on offer involve our handy dandy chain and another Ninja Ball challenge, Ninja Ball Ultra. The chain challenge is extremely easy but fun nonetheless. I'll never get tired of these. The Ninja Ball Ultra challenge pulled a sneaky one on me. Let me explain. This one involves you going down a slope and collecting red coins. What's this, 150? Well, okay, that's doable I suppose. So far, so good. Just gotta get up here on the sides and keep rolling. It's damn near impossible. Man, forget it. I'm not restarting. I'm just gonna finish this track. I mean, I should start practicing getting to the end to see how... Wait, you don't need to collect all the coins to have 150? I don't know if that's a trauma response to things I may have played in the past. It's not often that you see forgiveness like this in video games. I gotta commend iNinja for that. Touche game, touche. Thanks for looking out. Making it to the end got me the grade for this hub world, along with an achievement for becoming the Guardian of Bombay. Next up is Jungle Falls, where I'll be fighting for my life in some dense treetops, with the hopes of eventually having a crack at Siamon.
A classic.
Another hub world means a new set of levels for us to explore here. At this point, these levels are actually starting to feel like levels. They take about 10 to 15 minutes each to run through, longer if you have a special objective that requires you to do a bit of searching. Quick side note, I noticed that there's this weird line that tracks my character wherever I go. It's not you imagining things. It has to either be the emulator I'm running, or the ROM file for this game, or a combination of them both. Sorry about that. I tried a few things, but couldn't really find a solution. As far as I know, it's not as noticeable anywhere else in this game, except for a few parts. You have to really look for it though. I have 3 levels to focus on here. All of them share a common theme and can really be interchangeable if you want them to be. There's just one feature in each of them that kind of differentiates them from one another. Sly Ninja has you running through a tightly packed jungle while avoiding these mechs that are actually more annoying than threatening. All for the simple fact that they can reset your progress and give you a wait for it, unskippable cutscene. Drawn Out is the name of the game here, especially with this stage featuring a beat the clock challenge. It really made me wait for my openings, manage my limited resources to make distractions count, and be sure to make it to this mini game at the end with plenty of time to spare. Buzz Off continues the madness, with me giving the fade to every single thing I saw, ninjas and insects alike. I mean, the objective is literally inside the body of an insect you have to blow up. There's a great amount of variation and also a ton of platforming to be done. Finding the red coins take way more time than I'd like though, especially with these damn tikis. You have to painstakingly guide a missile to destroy each one for a coin. But at the end of the day, they could have done a lot worse here. On Ride the Logs, I'm doing exactly that. Just riding these dead trees to progress, while occasionally running through some linear paths to get back on track. This place really makes you wish that Ninja could jump out of water, but I guess he skipped the lesson being given that day. I don't know. You know, the last time I started a run here, I kinda just went left and never looked back. I wonder what's on the right. Oh, do it really go down though?
Walking on the fighting side of me. Oh, that don't look like it. It don't. It don't go down.
Robert, it goes down.
No, it don't.
It do go down.
Oh!
Yeah, the waterfall does indeed go down. Completing all the grades for the Jungle Falls levels got me the achievements tied to them. While doing all of this, I also got a belt and sword promotion. I think the color red makes me look good, don't you? And at last, I dropped enough ranks to acquire the soul sword. My oh my, is it beautiful. And what's better than all of this is the 2 extra achievements I unlocked as well. Up next is the boss fight with Sayamon. It's alright, I guess. This time, I'm in a mech with guns. I got a little warm up in with some ranks on skeleton duty. The boss itself is a bit trippy with the whole paranormal thing. He opens his mouth as if it were a trap door. It's unsettling, but like in a cool way. I gotta say, the speed of the enemies he throws at you just gets faster and faster, to the point that I don't think it would be possible to win this fight without having a bit of health to spare. I was struggling to keep up by the end, especially with these dark red ones that just turn into 2 blue ones when you kill them. Fuck them. There's no homing missiles to bail you out either. You can only defeat him by filling up your special and unleashing it on him. Despite this, I managed to prevail, getting the grade, a rage stone, and the achievement Stranger Things for stopping Sayamon. I freed Twiki the Guardian. I hope that's how you say that name. I don't think I heard anyone pronounce it my entire playthrough. Along with us saving his timid ass, he has the expected bonus challenges waiting for us here. We have more of the same with these 2 new additions. One where we jump and grind our way to victory in Jump and Grind, and the other is where we roll another ball and get red coins in Ninja Ball Extreme. The juxtaposition between these tracks is astounding to me. That seems to be a trend with a lot of these secondary levels. The first one lures you in with its simple premise and execution, only to be followed up with something that will test your patience more than anything. An evil person developed this Ninja Ball challenge, I swear. I'm a fan of timers for challenges, and I'm also a fan of collecting things for an objective. I'm typically not a fan when both are combined. You have to walk a fine line with that kind of thing. Some of these attempts are just metaphorically kicking me in the balls with all the random things that happen. I persisted until I got what I wanted though. As a result, I was declared the Guardian of Jungle Falls, at least according to this achievement. Wrapping up my time here, I gave Mountain Gorge my full attention. This new place is a stark contrast from everywhere else we've visited. It's dark, cold, and lonely. All the bad things you can associate with that kind of description. It's the levels here that kind of become a mix for me. You see, they're well designed and have good qualities too, but they feel so drawn out due to the nature of you having to replay them under certain conditions to get all the available grades. I think these places play great with a one-time playthrough, but having to run through the same 3 paths on the same level 3 times on Crystal Cavern, or having to navigate around the slow-moving and bullshit detecting sentries on Sneak and Destroy, or dealing with some of the most annoying platforms I had to deal with in the entire game and clouding around, it all just kinda adds up. It got to a point where I just kinda went through these bonus runs on autopilot. One of the worst things I guess I could point out about this game is certain cutscenes you can't skip. Do I really need to see this barricade get removed from this door for the 1000th time? Or see this Ranks asshole be happy about making me restart from a checkpoint? The answer is no. No, I don't. Them being skippable would have made these runs heaps better. I just bided my time, unlocking my grades and achievements for each of the 3 locations. This is further cemented by me finally acquiring the coveted black belt, which felt really good. I always love how this game rewards your progress as the player. It just feels so tangible. The crazy thing about that entire spiel I just gave is that the boss fight with Malachi in this hub world is hands down the best I played in this game, at least until now. The fight here is as straightforward as can be, no vessels or machines. Just basic elemental spells, some shurikens, and most important of all, me, throwing these hands in the form of the soul sword. I can't lie, this was really refreshing. With the game called I, Ninja, I would have loved more 1v1 moments of this nature. I don't really hate the other boss fights to the point that I think that they ruined the game. This one is by far my favorite though. Dominating Malachi got me the achievement Shepherd of the Elements, the expected Rage Stone, and access to the Guardian Zarola's bonus levels. These two continue that awesome tradition of having a super easy one, along with another one that isn't quite as difficult, but ain't a cakewalk either. The Mega Chain challenge is simple. I don't even think you have to jump the entire time. Just move forward and hit the chain points. The big brother here is Eggshell Skull, where you have to redo the Kaiser boss fight under one special condition. You can't get hit. I can't lie, he rocked me quite a bit. But the biggest lifesaver of all of this is that you kept your visual indicators the entire time, which I don't even know if that would have been possible for me if I lost that. Remember, earlier, he was just outright clobbering me and I was just flailing around like a branch in the wind. I eventually overcame both levels, got the grades, and was aptly rewarded the Guardian of Mountain Gorge achievement. There's only one main objective left. That would be stopping Emperor Odor. He thinks he's safe up in the space fortress, but me and Ninja would like to think otherwise.
What is this foul sorcery?
Hold on to your molecules. We're about to teleport to the moon. Ready? Too easy!
The final leg of this adventure is Among Us. This last area is split into two distinct locations. You have the moon base hub and then the space station hub. The first area of this location has me infiltrating Outpost along the way. I got two of these bad boys to clear, Outpost Alpha and Outpost Beta. There's nothing too remarkable about what we have to do here. It really is just more of the same with the new gimmick here or there. Like we have a few rooms that are anti-gravity, but nothing more. It was a bit trippy trying to get the jumps right in here. Combat is more emphasized than anything. I will say that this place has an end of the game type vibe. It feels very villainous, you know, crystals, metallic structures. From here on out, the only level variations I'll be receiving are beat the clocks and hunt the enemies. No more finding red coins. These challenges are cool for the most part. I will say the enemy hunt for Outpost Alpha can go fuck itself for hiding that one enemy. You know who you are, you sad excuse for a samurai turtle beetle looking thing. Concluding my time in both of these outposts got me the achievements Alpha Ninja and all your beta belongs to me. The second half of my trip in space brings me to the actual space station that Emperor Odor currently resides in. Before I faced off with him, I decided to knock out the last two main levels on the roster, the Cryo Chamber and the Imperial Guard. And to be honest, I don't really have much to add to these. The Cryo Chamber is actually a pretty important stage in terms of this game's lore. You actually see the process of how the ranks are generated. Yeah, they don't mate, they clone these little bastards, literally. I just have to destroy the machine. Now for the Imperial Guard, I really don't have anything to say other than you get a brand new enemy type. These ranks chicks fill out a place here. They look like something you'd get if you put Bomberman 64 and Jet Set Radio through an AI generator. Never in a million years would I have guessed that their names are Stenchu. At least that's what this game's wiki told me. Gotta keep up the poopy jokes, I guess. This level and everything else before led me to believe that the last act of this game was really rushed. It shows in how simple and bare bones all of this stuff is. There's a small sense of urgency to them by way of a hazardous substance or a new enemy variation. They could be done in like 3 to 4 minutes each, considering how compact they are. Other than that, it's just a small diversion to get some grades and achievements before the final showdown. It's time to conclude our journey. The only thing left for us is to tackle Emperor Odor himself. We get a mildly funny cutscene between Ninja and Odor. They have some interesting choices of words and sounds to exchange.
I am the great Odor. Kneel before me, ninja dog. No thanks. You stink so bad I don't want to get any closer.
Alright, I'm gonna be honest right off the bat, this fight is underwhelming. I think the overall number of moves this guy has, I could count on one hand. After playing this and comparing it to all the other bosses, I gotta say, Malachi easily takes the gold medal with this fight. There is a second stage in this fight, but it just takes you directly into space on some rocks, and also provides you these rails to grind on, which really didn't help anything, honestly. Or I didn't really feel the need to use them. The footage you see here shows that I'm getting the work from this guy, but at this point, I just wanted to take him down and be over with all of this. It was done on my first attempt, so after a considerable amount of time, I got his health down and eventually got the best of him. The final cutscene shows Odor getting blown to smithereens while Ninja and Sensei reunite. We actually get a moment of brief tenderness as Ninja decides to not use the new Rage Stone and the benefits that come with it on himself, but rather on reviving Sensei. How nice. They all live happily ever after. Oh yeah, Odor reconstructs himself. The scene abruptly cuts. The company that made this game was liquidated and then eventually shut down a few years later, canceling whatever plans they had for a sequel. Yup, nothing, even after 20 plus years. This is what I originally planned to say, well before I even started writing this script. While doing research, I learned that Argonauts was revived in August of 2024 by its founder. He's made it a company goal of at least re-releasing and remastering titles that have been developed and put out by these guys in the past. According to things that have been put out recently, it looks like they're sticking to their word. What does this mean for a game like iNinja? Who knows? I'm sure people will be more than happy with the remaster of this title. Probably even better if it was a reboot that tried new things, but also retained the elements of what made the original so special. I mean, while we're shooting for the stars, why not revive the canceled sequel that has a good amount of media already floating around the internet? Whatever it is we get, I'm sure it would all be worth it, so I guess the best thing we could do as fans is just wait. In the meantime, the only thing I could do now is wrap up my current journey. Conquering that battle got me my second to last grade and my second to last achievement. Hey, speaking of grades, Sensei congratulated me on getting almost all the available grades. It's been an awesome trek, and to finally see the fruits of my labor being paid off, I couldn't be happier.
You are no longer my student. You are now a ninja master.
The primary reward we get for getting all the grades up until now is a crack at the infamous battle arena over at Robot Beach. It's a mega endurance test where you fight large batches of all the enemies you've encountered at some point. In a way, it kind of feels like a victory lap. It's nice to see some enemies that only had a cameo on like one stage get another opportunity to shine here. However, all good things have to come to an end at some point. I completed this course expecting to get my final grade as my last achievement, but no notification. For a split second, I thought the achievements were messed up and I had done all of this for nothing. But then I actually went and checked the achievement list to see which one I was missing. Oh, you sneaky son of a gun. I had to rematch Malachi and beat him without taking any damage. This is something I welcome with open arms, to be honest. Talk about a challenge. Doing this battle without getting hit is not an easy feat, I swear. I went ahead and memorized his moveset, but truthfully, I was locked in for the next 10 to 15 minutes. I couldn't fall for anything. Malachi just kinda does whatever move he wants to at the moment. There's no like clear-cut pattern. I got hit with the combo many times. I just had to be patient and wait for my openings, I guess. After this scrap, I got the last achievement I needed, wrapping up my hunt altogether. Playing through iNinja was something I didn't know I needed, but man, it really did lift my spirits. In a medium filled to the brim with platformers, it made me happy to reconnect with this one-of-a-kind gem again. I recreated some old memories while making some new ones in the process. Any background songs you heard in this video will be getting a commercial release in the near future. Stay tuned for that, I'll be sure to post an update. If you like this video and want to see more, then our time together doesn't have to end. You should check out the adventures I went on with these guys. Don't worry, I'll be waiting for you.